What's happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. Today we got a fun little unbagging, a little bit different, right? Well, this is an exclusive bag over at LureNet with some lures in here and some colors that you can only get out of this bag. Pretty neat. So we'll go over what all's in here, what I think about it, and if you want a chance to win this, stay till the end, or if you want to buy one, I've got a way you can save a little bit of money. So enough yapping, let's get into it. I guess first up, I should say, I do have some DEBO'S stickers I threw in here because whoever gets the giveaway will get a couple stickers from moi. Oh, and they come in a little resealable bag, so you could throw some plastics in there, throw the extras in your truck. I like these when you can reuse the stuff instead of just, you know, throwing out a box. But the first one in here, Cotton Cordell Super Spot, 1/4 ounce in the Sriracha Craw. If you watch the Bulls and know the Bulls announcer, you'll know where I get that. Hit him with that sriracha. But anyway, cool color. So you can only find this in the bag, exclusive to this bag, which I think is neat that they do that. You know, some that not everybody can just go off the shelf and buy. They only make, I believe, 300 of these bags, and that this month it'll be over. So every 2 months they have a new bag. So at the end of February, this one's gone. You better grab it. So Sriracha Craw in here. I really like that one, and it's a little 1/4 ounce. So during the spring, if you want to throw something a little bit smaller, perfect way to do it. It's got some of that purple kind of color change blue up top, that nice red into orange, awesome little spring color there. Like I said, for a lot of us, you know, bank anglers fishing smaller ponds, 1/4 ounce is perfect. Okay, next up we got a cool little crank, the Norman Deep Tiny N Chrome Pumpkin Seed. So you can see there it's got the chrome, it's got the pumpkin seed spots, some of that yellow and orange on it. Up top, it's got the dark stripe and those bright eyes. Dad was looking through this and he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, I'm taking this. And I'm like, no, you can't. It's a giveaway. But this was my old man's favorite. He likes throwing these little Normans. And I even like on the back there, they show you how to tune a crankbait. So if you have a crankbait that keeps going to one side or the other, if you bend that little metal piece in the lip, not the actual split ring, but the metal piece that attaches, you can actually tune your crankbait to go left and right. So if you didn't know that, don't throw your crankbaits out that don't run straight. But that cool little chrome one, that would work for crappie, you know, any sort of bass, smaller ponds and stuff. I think it runs 4 to 6 feet deep. And remember, you can change how deep a lure will go with the line. So if you go with a heavier monofilament, for example, you can keep it up higher in the water column. The smaller diameter that line is, the less impact it has on the lure and allows it to go down farther. So if you're using like 6-pound line, it's going to get deeper than it would using 15-pound line. Next, we got another kind of cool little lure here, the Cotton Cordell Big O. I have not thrown these much. However, there was one year that this was the skunk beater, and that's an old video. You can go back and find it. It was one of these little guys in red, a red color. I don't remember what it was, but one of those little dudes. I think they only go down maybe 5 feet or so. But cool little pond crank, you know, throwing it around riprap and stuff, paralleling banks that have a decent drop off to it, you know, 4 or 5 feet as it kind of comes out. Perfect spot to throw one of these. You know, it can mimic shad, can mimic a crappie. I think they call it what, stickleback, whatever that is. I have no idea, but it's got a good pearly sheen to it. Really cool color. And again, these are custom colors only you can get out of the bag. I think that's fun. They do throw you in a LureNet sticker and a little yum sticker. Speaking of yum, we got some little yum dingers, a little 4-inch yum dinger. Again, this is another one of their exclusives only in the bag, the GB Haze. I don't know what color it's supposed to mimic. It's got like almost a green pumpkin-y brown smoke with like blue in it. I think that would mimic like a little bluegill really, really well. I don't know, comment below and let me know what y'all think, but that's a cool one. And the 4-inch yum dingers, I throw exclusively as a wacky rig. If you're fishing for smallmouth, I think the 4-inch size does better. Even if you're fishing for largemouth, I like to wacky rig those. You can certainly, you know, you could do like a mojo rig, you know, like a split shot rig. You could Texas rig it, shaky head it. You can throw it as a bigger Ned rig, but for me, a 4-inch yum dinger is awesome on just a little tiny weighted wacky rig head. Okay, we've also got the Yum Finesse Worm in the ghillie suit color. A cool little worm. I honestly don't know that I've ever thrown this. You know, it's similar to your trick worm deal. A little bit smaller. I like that kind of small profile for a lot of the smaller ponds around here. You don't want to be throwing, you know, a 7-inch trick worm. Not that you can't catch them on it, but something downsized like this I think is cool. And that ghillie suit color is neat. It's like a dark green pumpkin with blue, orange. Kind of reminds me of the tilapia and the big bite baits, which is a great color if you've ever thrown that one. Also, they threw in some little Yum Ned Craws. Now, I'll be honest, I have never thrown these. I had not seen these until this bag. Cool, small little bait. Does look very crawdad-ish on the back of like a finesse jig. And I'm not taking them out of the package because I'd have to rip these open. So whoever's getting this giveaway, you're getting them freshy fresh. But you can see it there. Small little crawfish there on the back of a finesse jig on a Ned Rig head. And speaking of Ned Rig heads, they did throw in some of their brand new Yum Ned Rig heads. 1/12 and 1/8 here for you, perfect for bank fishing sizes. You can see there they do have the little wire keeper on it. These also have the wire like weed guard there. I know some people just snip that off. I don't know, I'm kind of indifferent to it. I don't know that it crazy messes with your hookup ratio, but it's not that super weedless anyway. So if you're around anywhere where you want to use this style, I would just clip it off and go open hook. If you're worried about snags, I would just save a headache and go to, do I have any around here? Go to one of these, an EWG style Ned Rig head. This is the Magnum one. I wouldn't use this one on those little Neds, but an EWG style like this where you can rig it up weedless. You just bury the nose of that hook like that and keep that weedless. But those are pretty cool. Like I said, brand new, first release, showing them here in the bag, so not even out yet. That Yum Ned Craw would go perfect on this. This is the Yum Baby Boo Jig. I've thrown these in the past. I like them. It's got a good finesse hook on it, so it's not a super stout hook. So you don't want to throw this on a medium heavy bait caster and say, oh, I bent it out, that's junk. Throw it on like a medium heavy spinning rig, or I was throwing mine on just a medium power bait caster. Small hook like that, you got to be careful, and it's not like super tiny, but I'm just saying you can't horse them. But I like to trim this skirt up like there, even with the hook. Throw a little Ned plastic on there, boom. How big is this? 5/16 ounce as well, which if you've heard me talk, that is my favorite size of finesse jig. And then one of the old standards, I haven't fished one of these in forever. Me and Dad used to throw the heck out of these. Roadrunners, this has got the marabou on it. It's got the tied up, you know, up here, so it looks like kind of a woolly bear, a fuzzy deal there. It's got the little spinner on it, and these are awesome because you can catch anything, man. You can throw these out and catch crappie, bluegill, bass, doesn't matter. I've even had bullheads hit these. One of those lures that you can throw and just go out and have fun. Wonder if trout would eat these. I don't know. The only thing I can get trout to eat is a regular old rooster tail here. Also pretty cool because it comes with a booklet. It shows, you know, how they recommend these, rigging, when, where, why. I always think that is helpful. You know, it's probably going to be a new angler picking this up, or a newer angler, or if you want those specific colors. But somebody like this, you know, bank and creeks, you know, you're getting into fishing, grabbing some lures. Always helpful to have something like that to see when and where, because that's one of the biggest questions starting out. When do I tie this on versus that color? Where do I throw it? All that. LureNet did hook me up with a 15% off code. So if you look down below, I'll link the package right over to LureNet. You can use my code, get 15% off for you. So that's a cool savings for you. And again, there's only 300 of these made. This bag is going to be done at the end of February. So pretty neat idea by them. I think they're going to send me the next one coming up here soon, which I appreciate, and I'll share it with you. Oh, and speaking of sharing with you, I forgot, I'm giving this away, and this is the only one that I've got, so lucky you. Somebody's going to get this. All you have to do is comment below. I'll pick a random winner. Like I said, I threw in some of my stickers there to help give back to all of you. I appreciate the absolute heck out of everybody that continues to watch and support me. It means a lot. So least I can do is give back some of this to somebody out there. So today's subscribe fishing friend, I wrote it down, is William Critchley. William, thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you everybody else. I would not be here if it wasn't for all of you. I appreciate you all so much. Want to keep doing this. I've got more giveaways. If you're new to the channel, I've seen a lot of new names. Thank you all. I go live every Saturday night, have some fun. I think this Saturday night we're going to be doing a little tackle talk, shopping, looking at some deals and stuff. But anyway, that's enough for me. I got to edit. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, just comment below and I'll pick a random winner in a couple weeks. So until next time.